In this video, you are going to learn how to build and launch your very first Snapchat ad. Let's jump right in. So the first thing that you will need is a Snapchat ad account. If you check out the link down below, there's actually an offer running right now where you can spend $350 and get $375 in ad credit. So you have to go through and sign up for your account. It takes just a few minutes. I have a video down below walking through how to set that up in case you need that, but it's pretty straightforward. Once you're in and actually created your account, you'll be taken to a view that looks something like this. So this is a demo account that I have, and we're gonna be walking through exactly how to create your first ad. So this is the ads manager right here. You can see when ads are running, you'll be able to see the amount spent, the impressions, and all sorts of other metrics here. But what we want to do is actually create our first ad here. So we're gonna come over to this top left-hand corner and then create ads. Once we get inside of here, it's going to ask for an ad objective. For most people, if you are wanting to get leads, I recommend going with the lead objective. And if you are looking to get sales, I recommend going with the sales objective. Now, if you're going with the sales objective, you probably will need to have the Snapchat pixel all set up. It's a pretty straightforward process, but if you need more resources on that, I'll have links down below to there. So we're gonna hit next on the sales, and I'm gonna walk you through this entire thing. If you don't have the pixel set up for whatever reason, you could do the traffic objective, and you'll be able to do these exact same steps that I'm walking through in this video. Basically, all the objectives are the exact same setup, just a little bit of difference there. But the sales is the most in-depth one, so we're gonna go through that one. So we're gonna do sales here, and then we want to make sure that we're on the manual build because I'm gonna walk you through this entire thing to make sure that you know all the settings to get the best results possible. So we're gonna hit next here. It's then going to ask us to name this campaign, so you can name it sales or whatever you want it to be. We're just gonna keep it on sales for now. We're gonna keep it on active to make sure that it's active here. And then dynamic ads. So if you want the Snapchat ad to dynamically pull images from your ad and run those as ads, you can keep this checked. If you don't want that, I would recommend unchecking that if you already have a video or creative built out that you want to run specifically as an ad. The results that you get on the dynamic ads are going to be kind of hit and miss, so I do recommend unchecking that. For this one, we're not going to create a split test because we want to run our very first ad here, and that comes later, and then we want this to start immediately. We don't want an end date here. You can set a daily spend cap if you wanted to. We're going to set a daily budget at the next level here, but if for whatever reason you didn't want to exceed that, you could put that inside of here if you wanted to. And then now we're going to leave the smart budgets off as well, and we're going to hit next here. And this is going to then drop us into what's called the ad set level. So we have our campaign settings here, and then now we are in the ad set level. It's going to ask for an ad set name. With the ad set name, you want this to be super descriptive on who you're going to be targeting. So I like to come back and name this after I've actually gone through and set up the targeting here. So we'll come back to that and say this in a minute. Most people, I imagine you are going to want to send people to your website. If you have an app, you could do the app here, and then the status we want to leave active, and then tracking pixels. This is what I talked about where you do need to have the pixel set up. So you can see I have this demo pixel set up right here. If this says set up or anything like that, you can go through and walk through those settings. If for whatever reason you can't set up the pixel or whatever, you can go back to the traffic objective and run an ad that way. It just will optimize towards traffic instead of a sale or a specific event. And then you can see here, this is where you can choose your performance goal. So for me, I want to optimize towards maximize website conversions. If you have enough data, that's what you're almost always going to want to optimize for. If you don't have enough data, then you can optimize for clicks, landing page, or story opens. But chances are you're running ads because you want to make money, and that's the best way to do it. Now for the conversion event, you can see right here, because this is a demo pixel, I don't have a purchase, enough data to run an optimization event towards a purchase. Typically, you need to have at least 30 purchases on your pixel in order to optimize towards that. So if you're like me and your account doesn't have that data yet, you can optimize towards a page view for now. And then once you get enough data, you can upgrade to a purchase, an add to cart, or a sign up. So for this one, we're going to optimize towards a page view. We're going to leave the optimization window there and then the bid on the auto. And then here's where you can set your daily budget. It's has it set as a default of 50. Now, quote unquote, best practice is to set the budget at 10 times your cost per acquisition or your cost per goods sold. So if you have something that you're selling for $10, it would be good to set a budget for $50 in this case. Or if you're selling something for $100, you want to set your budget to $500. Now that's just best practices. You can set this whatever you want it to be to kind of test out. I kind of lean towards the camp of setting it at a smaller amount and then increasing it day by day to see what is performing, so I'm not wasting a ton of ad spend. So here we're just going to set this to $20 a day to begin with. The product that we're going to be selling is this little piece of mascara here. The cost is fairly cheap, so it's around $10. So we have like pretty good margins on this, but if I wanted to increase that, I could do that there. And this is going to be the daily budget. We want this to start immediately, and then you can select a start time later if you wanted to, and an end date if you wanted to as well. But I like to keep the end date all open because if this is a campaign that is absolutely crushing it, I don't want it to automatically pause and then I have to rebuild a new campaign and have new learning data there. So I like to keep that box unchecked. Next, you have the option to set up your placements. Now, when it comes to placements, you can click down here or you can click on this little button here and you can edit the placements on Snapchat. When I'm first getting started, I do like to go with the automatic placements because then later I can look at this data and see which of these placements are performing better and then optimize from there. But when I'm first beginning, I want to cast a broad net to know exactly what's going to be working. So we're going to leave this on the automatic placements for now. And then down here is where we can actually get to the audience that we're going to be targeting. The first thing you can do is change the location. You can target by country, state, region, city, zip code, anything along those lines. For us, we're just going to stick with the United States. The minimum age, most people are probably going to want to increase this minimum age. You can go 13 and up. For me, because I am selling a product, a lot of times the 13 to 18, they just don't purchase. That's just how it is. And so we're going to do 18 plus for this for our mascara product that we're going to be doing. And you do have more audience controls here that you could do custom audiences, languages, or devices, but I'm going to leave all of those on the default for the time being. But here, because we are selling mascara, this is going to be targeted targeted towards females. And then on the detailed demographics, this is where we have the option to get a little bit more granular. So if we click here, you can see there are predefined audiences and then there are advanced audiences as well. I would recommend going through and looking through all these audiences just to get an idea of what you can and can't target inside of Snapchat. One of the best things to do though is to simply just grab your product and then type in a keyword for it. So for my example, because we have mascara here, we're going to type this in. Yeah, I figured nothing would be here, but now then you got to think a little bit higher up, and mascara often is in like the beauty category. So we're going to type in beauty here and see what comes up here for the targeting. And I like this a lot. So this right here is a predefined Snapchat audience, and this is shoppers, beauty and personal care shoppers. So these are people who are actually going onto Snapchat and looking for that specific product in beauty and personal care. So we're going to target that one specifically. It's then going to give us an estimate of the audience size in here. Sometimes it takes a minute, but you'll see that load up in just a minute. You can stack these audiences. So say that the audience wasn't big enough for me, I could go through and add those. Now, this is a pretty broad category, so I think I'm happy with just the one amount of targeting. And this is of course something that you'll want to test as time goes on, the audience that you're going to be targeting, but I'm really happy with this right now, and we can kind of move on to the next step. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit next here onto the next part, and now it is actually time to create our ad. But before we do that, I do mention I did like to come back up to the ad set name and rename this first before I go to the next. So for this one, I do want to make sure that this is 18 plus USA and then beauty shoppers. So I know that that is the audience that I'm targeting for this specific one. And then now we can come back and hit next here. Now we can add this name. We're just going to call this ad one for our specific one. And then there are a couple different ad formats that you have. You have a single image, you have story ad, collection, AR ads. For most people, you're going to want to go with a single image or a single video. And when it comes to creating ads, I know that sometimes it can be hard. One of the tools that I like to use is one called Creatify. It's an AI tool that will generate UGC content for you. You can see this is an 8-second ad that all I did was I gave it a reference image of the photo. And then I said, make me a UGC style ad for this product. And this is what it spit out. So you can see this works extremely well. Like I'm really impressed always with how well this outputs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna download it, we're gonna come back over here. If you wanna check out Creatify, I have a link down below to check that out. If you're at this stage and you're like, what kind of content can I make? It'll make images and videos for you. But we're gonna come over here, we're gonna set up the media. We already have this uploaded inside of here. So here's our 8-second ad for the mascara. You can add music to this if you want to, but there's already music on mine. So we're going to turn that off here and we're gonna hit done. Once that's uploaded, it will give you a preview of the ad here. Now you can see this is my logo, the Corbin White and the Zoco marketing thing, because this is a demo one. That's just what I created for this account. But you can come down here and you can add an actual headline on this. So we're going to do that, or we can generate one with AI. We can give it a headline style and generate one real quick. So we quickly gave that a headline there. You can be a little more creative here as well. And then now you can add a partnership ad if you wanted to add a partner on this one. For this one, we're not going to worry about that. And then now we want to add a final URL here. And then you will want to add a call to action. So you can see this is what this will look like down below. Right now it says more, which is not a great call to action for something that we actually want when we want somebody to actually shop. So we're going to do shop now here. It'll change the call to action down below. And then you can do this message design here. I often like to opt out of this because I want people to click this button. I don't want them to message me. I want them to buy my product. And so we're going to take that off. If you, for specific e-commerce products that maybe have a little bit more touch points, you could add that message design there, but we're going to leave that off. And finally, the last thing to do is to hit review and publish. Once you hit that, it will give you a full overview of everything that you are doing here. You have your budget, who you're targeting, and then the actual ad preview and the audience details here. If you're happy with that, you can hit publish the campaign, and congratulations, your first ad is now launched. If you want a full in-depth Snapchat tutorial and strategy, I would recommend checking out my full 1-hour course right here that goes in more depth on how to scale up a Snapchat ads account. You can check that out right there, and we'll see you in the next video.